And if you got it up way up high and out of sight, you could push a button on the control and it would come right back to where you were. I thought I had lost mine. It went totally out of sight, and I pushed a button, and a matter of maybe a minute and a half, it was back and landing right in front of me where it took off from. So the technology has gotten really great, and I'd love doing it, but my eyes have gotten bad, and if it gets up there pretty high, I don't see it anymore. And I'm getting too old to be doing this stuff, so was a kind of, I'm 88 years of age, and we have some mobility issues getting around, so we sit in the chair and play on the radio, and that's it. On my tablet and my radio and my phone. I have a few phones and a few tablets and a couple of radios, and it keeps me busy. When I'm not doing that, I'm looking at YouTube videos on how to do whatever. Anyway, very good. I was very pleased that we were able to come in here and join you guys, and it was really great to meet you. And somebody told me about M0HOY, HubNet, about 2 weeks ago, and I've been really enjoying it. A lot of activity and meeting a lot of people. So I guess I turn it back to Steve. I guess it was some confusion. I'm 7HYJ calling.
G6IET returning to the group. There is another station, and I will pass it around to you after I finish. Yeah, Ron. Yeah, we have. I'm just looking down here. We have spoken before. I thought I had. It's quite a while ago. Well, I say a while ago. It's a few days ago, maybe a week or so. I think we spoke. It's funny you mentioned about the drones there as well, because I'm also very interested. I don't have one, but I'm really serious considering buying one. As I say, my mobility is not as it used to be when I was a young lad. So I thought if I get a drone, I can still go and take my pictures and my photographs and what have you, without venturing up these hills that we have where I live. And with some beautiful scenery here, but to get to it is pretty impossible for me with the state of my legs and my feet at the moment. So I was going to use a drone, and the drone you mentioned is ideal. I'm looking at a drone, if you've ever heard of it. I think it was a Pro 3, DJI Pro 3 or something like that, and that's what also hovers. It comes back to wherever it took off from, and what have you. And it's not the latest and greatest, because the latest and greatest are not as good as you think they are, because they put in limitations into the software which stop you doing certain things. Why they're doing it, you can only guess, but that's the story. But nice to chat to you, Ron, really nice, and come in any time you're here. We're usually around Tony and I on a Saturday or a Sunday or something, and please join us again. Much appreciate your chat. I'll pass it around to Tony with a bit of a break, Tony, just in case the other station, which I didn't get his call sign, but there was another station that called in. So round to Tony. Mike 7, Mike November Whiskey, to take it from G6 IET.
Mike 7, Mike November Whiskey returning. Not sure, there was another station trying to come in there. There was no voice audio. I've disappeared now. Never mind. Yeah, anyway, back to yourself. I think the other station that came in before, I think it was Mike 7 Alpha Yankee Juliet M7AYJ, I think that might have been it. So if that station is still around, please come back to us after the next break. Yes, Ron, yes, it was interesting to hear about the drone, etc. I mean, I've looked into them myself. I've never sort of thought about getting one as yet, something like that, because once again, it depends what I would use it for, really. But it's interesting, you know, what these things can do as they get more advanced. I think obviously you've got to do certain things to do with legislation and things like that as far as using them. I think I've never really looked into all that side. Obviously, I would need to look into that, but it's all interesting stuff. But as you say, with using the tablets that you've got on, I tend to use a lot of my old mobile phones, and I put some of the apps on them to do with different things to do with the hobby. And so at least I'm using them to actually to do something with, rather than just being sat in a drawer. It's surprising what you can still use them for, and so there we are. Anyway, I'll pass it back to yourself, Ron. So it's W2RON from M7MNW in the group.
7HYJ trying.
There was a station that came in. Would you please come in again with your call? I didn't quite catch it. Maybe one of the other gentlemen can maybe catch his call better than I. The other station that just checked in, would you go again, please?
Mike 7 Hotel Yankee Juliet calling.
Yes, station Mike 7 Hotel Yankee Juliet. This is Mike 7 Mike November Whiskey. In the group we have G6IT Steve, and we also have Ron Whiskey 2 Romeo Oscar November. Back to you.
M7HYJ returning, yeah. Thank you for acknowledging me. I only came in basically because I'm just after a radio report. I've just resighted my antenna down the back there. If you could give me a radio report. My QTH is still content. My name is John. Go ahead.
Mike 7 Hotel Yankee Juliet from Mike 7 Mike November Whiskey. Yes, you're coming into the system fine. There is a little bit of static behind the signal coming in, but the voice audio is nice and clear. Back to you.
M7HYJ returning to you. If you could come back with your QTH on your next over, and then, like I say, thank you very much for acknowledging me, and at least I know it's working, and I'll let you gentlemen carry on. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yes, M7HYJ, M7MNW. Yes, my QTH is not far from Scotch Corner, Richmond, North Yorkshire. That's the QTH for myself. Okay, and good to speak to you. Glad to be of help. Right, I think I'm passing it back to Ron now. We'll just leave a slight pause before you come back on, Ron, just in case the station needs to give a final comment. So, Whiskey 2, Romeo Oscar November from M7 MNW in the group.
Not sure who that was. To me, they were breaking up, so maybe you could have heard him a little bit better. I don't know if that was Tony or if it was Steve, but I'll stand by, and it'll probably clear up. It's probably in could be on my end, but we didn't get much of that. It was very, very broken up. So I'll stand by. I'll turn it over to Tony, and we'll go over another round and see what happens. This W2RON, Ron in Milton, Vermont.
M7 MNW returning to the group. Yes, the last station that came to radio check, yes, from this side, I'm basically using the All-Star system with a node that Steve very kindly helped me to sort of sort out. And no, the last station, there was a bit of sort of background static, a little bit of that, but I could actually hear him without any problem at all with things regarding his voice audio. Anyway, I'll pass it on to Steve now, G6IT from M7 MNW in the group.
G6IT back to the group. I'm actually the other station. If the other station wanted audio report, this is your audio report. I'm looking at the audio that's coming into the system, not what people are listening to, but what's actually coming in. You're over-deviating far too much, and your audio's too loud. That could explain why the gentleman we are chatting to, Ron, in the States there, cannot listen to you as clear as what he should. The audio's too loud, so on some networks it would be even worse, or possibly even worse. So turn it down a bit, and you've got it. It's just overdoing it. Just thought I'd let you know. If you want to check for yourself, you can go to a website, and it's g7rpg.hubnetwork. That's hubnetwork.uk, and there you'll see the transmission quality that is going into the system, and that's what you need to look at, not what my report is and not what somebody else's report is, because you're going through multiple systems and it does distort. If you set it this way, you should be 100%. I hope that helps you. Anyway, I'm going to pass it back. I've got to pass it to Ron on because he's going backwards and forwards, sometime in the clockwise, sometime anti-clockwise, and sometime we throw all the cards in the air. But on this one, Ron, you can take it, and if you want to go and understand it, not a problem. But we're still going to stay here for a while, and anybody that wants to join us, they're quite welcome to do so. So that's that's W2RON to take it from G6IT.
Okay, G6IET in the group. This is W2RON. I've got your call in my head now. I just have to get Tony's in my head. I don't know why I'm having trouble. It's M7, but I don't know how to pay attention. I don't have a pencil and paper here, so things have a tendency to go in and out and not stay very long in between. So hopefully you'll forgive me. And I'm sure that if we start talking from time to time over the weeks, slowly it'll get indelibly imprinted in the brain, and we'll remember the calls. Anyway, it's been my pleasure. I really have enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it again many times. I don't need to go anywhere at the moment. We can continue on for a bit. But anyway, thank you very much for letting me come in and join you, and it's been a lot of fun. And we have been utilizing M0HOY-L here for some days now, and enjoying the heck out of it, meeting a lot of people. Anyway, I don't know what else I can tell you. Like I said, I told you the equipment I'm running right now. I'm running a 10-inch tablet. And again, I do have a couple of network radios. One is a Enrico S200, the other one is a Talk Pod. Maybe you've never heard of either of them, but they are popular here. Back over to you, Tony, I guess. This is W2RON. I'll try not to throw it up in the air.
M7, MNW returning to the group. It's a good pause just in case anybody else is waiting to use the system. Please let us know if you are waiting to use the system. No problem. As far as the network radios go, I have the Enrico TM7 Plus, and I also have the T199. And I use various sort of different ones. Some of the ones that you mentioned yourself, I sort of have a play with those. Once again, it's just it's a matter of interest. Things you can sort of try. I mean, obviously, Echolink, obviously, as you're using now, is a very, very valuable tool that we can access as well. But I think when you're restricted as to what you can do with RF, I do use 2 meters and 77s when I can. Join a local net on a weekly basis, and I think obviously it's important to keep the bands going as we can, obviously, so we don't lose them. Obviously, that's really important as we're able to, of course. Not everybody can put aerials up and do these things, but as you say, it's good to access the systems by different ways, internet, etc. And obviously, with HubNet, of course, it's a good system, and it's utilising lots of repeaters and different things as well, and keeping all those things used, and which is really, really good. And it offers a good service, and obviously a lot of people use it as well. That's really, really good. Anyway, I shall pass it back to Steve. I think we should keep in order now. I think it's just with having the stations coming in, it's sort of. We sort of got out of kilter a bit, and but no, I think next time somebody comes in for the report, I think what I need to do.
G680, presuming for me, it just dropped out there, Tony, from me here, so I don't know what your closing remark was. I hope I'm not repeating over you. Shouldn't be. That's the if you didn't know, Ron, we have this system where we can check the input into the network itself, and it's extremely handy for setting your volumes up and your deviations, or whatever you want to call it, wideband, narrowband, and all these things that affect the volume and the clarity of your signal. And it's extremely handy, and that's what we've got on our side. And if I remember rightly, you have the same one. Excuse me. You have the same one on the East Coast Repeater website, and it's made by the same person, which would be Peter, who helps to keep our HubNet going. He's probably one of the main ones that keep the HubNet going. A very knowledgeable gentleman, and they're running his network sort of test audio system. It's very handy if you didn't know. If you do know, you obviously know it is. It's a very, very good piece of equipment. So instead of coming on and asking people for, radio check and audio check every 2 minutes, they can go on to that, and they can actually see it, which is the correct way. But that's how it is. It doesn't matter. And as far as the passing around to the correct person, I was only joking. It doesn't matter who it goes to at all. And if you throw it up into the air, sometimes it's a little bit fun to see what happens when the person comes back. So nothing too formal here. That's what Radio Ham is, isn't it? Tony and I just have fun with it. It's there for enjoyment, It's not a job, it's a form of an enjoyment, and if it's not an enjoyment, then you don't do it. Anyway, right, back to you, Ron. G6IET from the group, passing it round to my, can't get this right, Ron, W2RON.
Okay, Steve, very good. It's W2RON. I'll have to listen closer to what you just said about checking the audio where you can go. But here on Echolink, there's an Echolink test server, and I could go into there and listen to my audio. And if it sounds good over the test server, then I'm assuming it will probably sound good over the rest of the system, although I don't check it very often. Maybe I check it once and then I don't think there's any need to keep checking it, because if it was right once, it should continue to be that way, but who knows. Anyway, very, very good. It's great to have these tools. And okay, on all the equipment, I'm not sure exactly what you have, Steve, but Tony's got quite an array of things there. I just have two radios, network radios. I don't use radios that require hotspots, or nothing that I have here requires a hotspot. It's just something I don't understand, and another thing to program, and I just use the internet. I have a pretty good internet connection, so it seems to be all I need. Let me drop there for a moment, so I don't time out. I don't know what the timer is here, but I usually find out by talking too long. But yeah, we like the internet radios, only use Wi-Fi here, and it seems to be a lot less trouble, aggravation, less of understanding necessary to be able to do it. So that's what we do. I used to work exclusively, I never did any of these until a couple of years ago, and then not very often, just started then, and lately we've been more active on these modes, but mostly on HF. But as the years went by and it was more difficult to do things right, we found a home here. So let me turn it over to Tony, and we'll go another round here, if we may.
Time out.
W2RON M7 MNW returning. Yes, Ron, just while you were talking there, I went onto the monitor on HubNet. Basically what you do is you go to hubnetwork.uk, the main website for HubNet, and if you go and click the Listen Online button there, within that menu you can actually click onto a link which opens up like a spectrum analyzer, and it gives you a good idea as to your audio. The ideal situation is not to go outside of the amber range when you're sort of coming through. When I was listening back to yourself, there was an odd time when you maybe peaked to the red, but most of the time you were in the amber zone, so you were sort of coming through okay. But it's just a useful tool, as Steve suggested, for sort of checking audio, etc. And also you can play back your audio as well via a flashback player. The link for that is also under the Listen Online tools on the HubNet dashboard as well. But it's all useful stuff anyway. But no, HubNet's really Echolink's very good generally for sort of the audio side. I've used that quite a lot myself, and it's quite good having the test server to help with that. Yep. Anyway, I'll pass it back to Steve now, and I may be coming to the end now. Possibly, I'm probably about ready for a cup of tea. I don't know about everybody else, and there's probably be other people probably want to use the system as well. So anyway, I'll pass it back to Steve, G6IT from M7 MNW in the group.
G6IT returning to the group. Ron, I've got equipment-wise, I run a repeater, GB3RT. It's a repeater in this area. It's a VHF repeater. Covers quite a wide area of the north of Yorkshire, which is the largest county in the United Kingdom. But unfortunately, we've got more sheep here than what we've got people. So it's not used to its full advantage, but it is here, and I get a lot of enjoyment for it when I hear somebody come on it, and I do it for fun. So that we've got that. I have an FT991 Yaesu, which is the old mode, as you probably know. So I use that. Not on HF so much. Doesn't really do much for me, doesn't HF at the moment, because I'm in a protected area and I can't really put antennas up, so I have to be careful. I've got a TID radio, I've got a few Quanshang, if you've heard of those, and obviously I've got the infamous Bowfang, which I play around with when I want to just have a bit of a play. And then we've got numerous Motorola, I call them industrial radios, which I can pre-program. They only put certain channels in there. I can get about 4 remote channels in, but they're extremely strong, very robust, and I throw them around inside my vehicle, which is a Range Rover. So it's a bit of a they take a bit of a hammer when I put them in the vehicle. And that's about the equipment I have, plus quite a few quite powerful power supplies which I manufacture myself. That's the equipment we have. What else was there? I don't think there was anything else. I don't know whether you use the East Coast reflector at all. That's on 27339 node. But they do have that, as I said, exactly the same check-in system, which is the same as ours, and it's made by Peter, the same radio ham. Anyway, I'll pass it back to you, Ron. I'll make this my final as well. And it's been lovely talking to you. Really nice talking to you again. And let's hope we can meet up again and have quite a chat. More we get to know each other. And
Node 487298. Timeout.
Yeah, 7 MNW returning to the group. Yeah, Steve, you cut out on your last over. I don't know whether you're having some issues there, but I'll just pass it to Ron, and then we just give a bit of a pause in case you can come back to us. So W2RON from M7 MNW in the group.
I'm sorry, I think I messed it. I tried to turn on another radio while I had my tablet on, and I wanted to see how everybody sounded on this radio. And you turned it over to me before I was able to turn one off and turn the other one on. So I created a problem. Anyway, I think Steve is leaving, and so I missed some of what I got to Steve when he turned it over to me, but I hadn't established full contact with the other radio yet, and I missed everything that Tony said. So anyway, I know you're going to be leaving, Steve. We'll say 73 to you. Sorry for the mix-up here on my end, trying to switch radios. We're now on a Enrico. I don't know if it's better or worse. How I'm sounding over to you, but you guys sound pretty good here. I have to have people sounding with a lot more highs in their audio. I've lost all the highs in my hearing, and I do have a hearing aid for it, but sometimes one of them doesn't work, and one's on charge, and the other one needs batteries, and they're so small I can hardly see them, and it's always a problem. But that's what happens as you get older. You lose your hair, you lose your teeth, you can't hear anything, and getting old isn't for sissies, Anyway, let me turn it back over to Tony. I think it's, Tony turned it over to me, but I had gotten the thing out of sequence because I messed up over here. I'll turn it back to Tony, and if you want to switch it right over to Steve before he pulls the plug, that'd be fine. I'll get ready to sign out of here too. The gang is breaking up. Back over to you, Tony, W2RON, Ron in Milford, Vermont, USA.
M7MNW returning to the group. Yes, Ron. I've just looked at the monitor just to give you a response to the question you asked about how you were coming through on that device you're using now. You are peaking a little bit into the red on occasion, so it's getting a little bit sort of a bit hot sometimes, the audio, just so you're aware of that situation there. But no, it's been good to have a good chat, and I'm sure we shall speak again in the future. So I think what I'm going to do now, before I sort of finalise things, I'll just see if Steve's back, and then what I probably will do is probably just make this my final, and say 7-3s to you both, and then obviously if Steve's able to come back, but then if he isn't for some reason, then we'll just call it a day. That I think, because we've been on quite a bit, and I think it's just in case there's other people waiting to use the system, to be fair to them as well. So I shall say 7-3s now, and thank you for the HubNet team for the use of the system. And I'll just see if Steve wants to come back with a final over. If nothing's heard, then I think we can assume that everything is then clear and ready for use again on the system.
G6IET? No problem there, Tony. As far as I know, everything was fine on my side here, and I think Ron actually got most of it, and if he got the end, then he must have got the other as well. So I think that was okay. Something timed out somewhere. I'm just suffering with a little bit of a cough, and excuse me. I'm just suffering with a cough here, so that's one of the reasons I'm going, because if I start coughing, then it's not very pleasant on air. But anyway, I will make this my final. Nice chatting to you again, Ron, and obviously nice chatting to you, Tony, as normal. And I will be around later if I can get rid of this cough in the meantime. I think a cup of tea is on the cards for me as well. So cheers to all, and G6IET standing down for now.
Okay, say 73 to you, Steve, and to you, Tony. It's been a pleasure. I really look forward to doing it again. For some reason or other, I am not clear as to where I got to go to see the audio levels and everything. We'll just try to talk back a little bit from the radio here. If we were going into the red, I don't want to create any problems with people understanding what I'm saying if it's not clear. So well, next time we talk, you can fill me in on where to go for that system to check it out, and we'll do that next time. Anyway, take care, stay well, best wishes to you and your families, and have a great rest of the weekend. And we look forward to doing it again very soon. And probably lots of subjects we can cover that we haven't covered before. And we can go on and on. So stay well, and thanks very much for a most enjoyable QSO. This is W2RON, Ron in Milford, Vermont, USA. You're going to go clear and going to go QRT. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's my pleasure.
Yes, M7MNW, yes, 7-3 to you both. Now going clear, and saying goodbye to all, and thank you to the HubNet team for the use of the system.
This is Golf Mike 4 Bravo Bravo Kilo, GM4 BBK listening through.
This is GB3RP.
Mike 1 Indy Romeo Mike, Stoke Mobile, waiting Mike Bravo 7 Italy Sierra Tango. For any calls.
EI3 Golf United Bravo 3 GB calling to Hognath and By.
Zero GCH Mobile, 2 Echo 0 Golf Charlie Hotel Mobile, listening. Zero GCH Mobile, 2 Echo 0 Golf Charlie Hotel Mobile, listening.
Golf 5 Sierra Charlie radio returning.
Sierra Charlie radio, good afternoon from 2E0. Just heading back towards.
The operator this end would be Stewart in the land of Robin Hood, QSL.
Yeah, G5 SCR 2E0 GCH Mobile, name is Sean, location Sheffield, over.
Good afternoon there, Sean. I don't say it, Adina, better not say it back to you.
Golf 1HZI, Golf 1 Hotel Zulu India. This is M0 TKF. You about, Ian?
Hey, how are you doing? G1HZI.
M0 TKF returning. Good afternoon, sir. I was surprised to come back. I've just hopped in the car at Tesco car park, so I thought I'd give you a call just when I had the rig in the car, or the handheld in the car hooked up. Welcome back to Northumberland, G1HZI from M0 TKF.
Yeah, got back on a very, very wet and windy Thursday. Did get back. I set off about 6 o'clock and I was here by about 12, I think it was. But I was knackered. I must admit I was tired, definitely. If you stand a second, I'll just drop a link on this repeater.
Zero TKF. Okay, I'll either stand by on this, or we can QSY to the analog repeater. I'll stand by on this, and you can let me know what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll catch you on 2G. Okay, say that G1HZI.
See you over there. It's M0 TKF QSY to GB3 TJ.
HZI QSY. Awesome.
This is GB3RP. This is GB3RP.
is G7SYY pedestrian mobile checking access to hubnet via P. G7SYY M080Y also pedestrian mobile. You're getting in, a little bit of noise because you're walking around, but you're getting in M080Y. M0HLY, G7SYY, pedestrian mobile. One of other people adapt as me walking around with handheld. It's the second time today this. Yeah, his name's Steve, location, I'm about half a mile, I'd say, from Chorley Town Centre. I'm looking to RP, which is about 15 miles away from where I am. Over to you, G7SYY. Well, you're not going to believe this, Steve, but my name is also Steve. But I'm walking around Pennington Flash in Lee, so there's nobody around can see me talking into this radio. But I just thought I'd come out and enjoy the lovely sunshine, which I imagine is short-lived. Back to you. Okay, Steve. Yeah, I know Pennington Flash. I know Pennington Flash. I'll just check you on the input then. I've not got you on the input. I take it you're working to RP anyway. Well, if you're not, that's why I can't see you on the input. But that's probably the nearest repeater to where you are. Yeah, it's alright here at the moment. It's 10 degrees. Nice blue sky. Just come out to Chorley Town Centre and taking dog over at Rec. It's pretty quiet here at the moment. Yeah, you're coming over okay. A bit of wind noise, that's all I can hear. But yeah, you're making it here okay, Steve, over. Yeah, I'm not working through RP. I'm working through GB7HN, which is in Lee, which is practically on the park. So I should be getting in okay. I think the noise you can hear are the cars driving up Hatherley Way, because it's just to my right here. But you've got all these this beautiful park, and then that main road right to the side of it. Back to you. Yeah, you're 100%, Lee. Just a bit funny where you're moving about. The noise is probably the same from this. Most of the time in this location, repeating it's anywhere between about 5 and plus 60. But I'm using a Quancheng, and you need like a prescription screen to read the SDR reading on these. They're really small. It's a 5-watt handheld at this size, Steve. Right, I won't hold you, Steve. I've got my dog on the lead. There's all the dogs knocking about around here. But thanks for coming back anyway, and enjoy the rest of your walk. G7SYY mobile. Yeah, cheers, Steve. Your signal was much better on that over. You also enjoy your rest of your walk, and I'll catch you again soon. 73-0801 mobile. 73 late, Steve.
Mike 7, Juliet Golf November, listening for any calls. Mike 7, Juliet Golf November, Ian Bristol, listening for any calls. Mike 7, Juliet Golf November, listening for any calls.
Echo Zero, Uniform Foxtrot Juliet, listen through.
This is GB3RP.
EMN, Golf Mike, Golf Mike, November, looking for a quick report, if that's possible at all, over.
Yeah, the Golf 8 station, try again, Mike 9, Papa Whiskey Delta, over.
0 Golf Mike November. Just looking for a quick report. Over.
Good audio, no problem at all. You've got Paul this way, location Hastings in the county of Sussex, over.
Julia India Mike on the west coast of Scotland, southwest of Glasgow, with quite a nice sunny day at the moment. Over.
Bit the same down here. It's been a beautiful day today. It's been sunny all day long. Yeah, I'm going through GB3HE in Hastings, which is a fusion repeater, the DR2, and we've managed to add All-Star to it. Over.
Very good, and it's always plenty of activity here. A good talk group, so that's ideal, and it's great to see some of the repeaters with all this digital technology through them. Over.
It's getting a bit of use down here on Wires X, but not that much, to be honest. But at least on the All-Star side of things, it's analogue. And anybody can join in. They haven't got to go out and buy a special radio. Over.
Well, that's indeed. So great stuff. Yeah, use All-Star from this end, and I'm currently using DMR at the moment, and I'm speaking to it. Yeah, trying to use as many modes as I can. Alright, well, thanks very much for the report. Great to hear you, and I look forward to the next time. Thanks for coming back. GM0GMN, over.
From myself, I wish you a very good afternoon from the county of Sussex, and then have a good weekend from Mike 9, Papa Whiskey Ada, stroke mobile.
Yeah, 0.
Echo Whiskey Yankee, VK3 BCF.
Good afternoon to the VK from Mike 9 PWD, over.
They're Mike 9, VK3 BCF, very early hours, 3:15 AM, just chasing a regular station I speak to, thanks.
We can find, sorry, I got VK, I didn't get the reservation number, sorry, because my pen's not working. We got Paul this way, Mike 9 PWD, location is Hastings and the county of Sussex on the southeast coast of the UK, over.
Sounds familiar there, Paul. I'm pretty sure I've spoken to you before. Mike 9 TEE, is that correct? From VK3 BCF.
I think we have worked before, maybe on Fusion or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, because I'm down in Hastings, I'm working at the moment, and we've managed to get an All-Star node to actually compatible to work on to the Yaesu DR2 repeater. We've got a little switch on the back of the unit where we can flick it to Fusion if required, or back to All-Star, so it's quite handy, over.
I'm yet to go down the All-Star path. I got a All-Star node off AliExpress many months ago, and I'm yet to add it to my collection of devices. But I might get motivated to do it sometime real soon. Anyway, Paul, I was just chasing M7 Echo Whiskey Yankee. Doesn't look like he's about. Go and have myself a cup of coffee. Thanks for the contact there, Paul.
This is
M9 TEE VK3 BCF.
No, one of my older calls, before I changed up to an M9, I was originally 2 Echo 0 Tango X-Ray India. Okay, sir, 7 Freeze, I wish you a very good weekend, and hope the weather stays fine over there, and hope over here it's going to stay fine tomorrow as well, but I recall it might be a bit wet tomorrow, so no problem, sir. 7 Freeze from Mike 9, Papa Whiskey Delta, 7 Freeze.
VK3 BCF, please.
Yeah, Paul, did you link up to HubNet?
I certainly did, over.
Okie doke. I just looked at the bubble chart and saw half the world in here.
I did connect to the HubNet just a minute ago to see how good it was, over.
Yep, no problem. Just checking to see everything was working all right.
Disconnect it. I know it's star 3 to connect. I forgot what it was to disconnect. I can do it at home on the computer easy. But what was it from the mobile, over?
Star 76.
I'll do it now.